on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Hope y'all doing okay today. If you like my take on stuff, give me a like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when new stuff goes up. I know I've been out for a little bit and then I got back to recording. Just the way the news has been hitting lately, it's just so difficult for me to get any topic in mind that I want to talk about. Well, I came up with something on my mind that's current day stuff. Here goes. So, whether you were for or against the troop withdrawal in Afghanistan, and in my opinion, there's fantastic arguments to be made both ways on that. I think it's pretty clear that the Biden administration has botched getting us out, even if you're for it. I think letting the date be widely known was a big mistake. I think setting a short deadline was a big mistake. Now, I do realize that, Trump negotiated a withdrawal deal with the Taliban, which I think is weird. But my understanding is that the withdrawal deal did have a few what's the word I'm looking for? Subject to lines in it. And that if those conditions weren't met, the United States wasn't going to be leaving, my understanding. Part of the reason why the Afghanistan government fell so rapidly is they were trained to fight with massive amounts of air support. U.S. air support was pulled out. The Afghanistan Civil Defense Force, I forget the specific name of it, they had U.S. civilian contractors that were plane mechanics. Those got pulled out by Biden or someone in the administration. I'm not sure who the decision ultimately fell to, or who said the buck stops with me and I'll say pull them out. May have been Biden, may have been someone in the cabinet. I'm not 100% sure. But they got pulled out, so people that were not qualified to work on aircraft are on Zoom and Skype calls with their laptops trying to get help from, Boeing or Lockheed Martin tech support, showing them, trying to figure out how to maintain and fix these aircraft. And so the Air Force, or the air support, dwindled down rapidly. And then after that, we left all of our equipment behind and abandoned 2 airports, military airports, and pulled out really quickly. My humble opinion, if the United States was going to get out of there, what should have happened is pick 2 places, because my understanding there's 3 major airports there, and I say major, the biggest in the country, which is not massive by U.S. standards, but 3 airports there. Start drawing the forces to those areas, but while you're moving some equipment and some personnel there, you start trying to identify all those that are citizens in country or those that were friendly to the U.S. or helped translate and things like that, bring them either to the embassy or one of those airports, start getting all their paperwork sorted, get them situated to come to the U.S. Once you get that done, you can start, as you start getting those people cycled out of the country, you can start shipping equipment and personnel back until eventually you have one airport left taking care of the stragglers, the last bits of the equipment, and basically just don't have anyone left to turn out the lights, in my opinion. The biggest part of Biden's Afghanistan policy that irks me, with the Taliban reasserting itself throughout the majority of Afghanistan, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction. Within 18 months, there will be either terror campaigns coming out of Afghanistan aimed at us and anywhere else around the world that Al-Qaeda doesn't like, or the United States will have to be back in there, in my opinion. And like I said, I can be wrong. I'm entitled to be wrong. I'm just as human as anybody else, but that's my opinion, that within 18 months of today's date, August the 23rd, I think it is today, 23rd, 24th, that there will either be terror attacks that were plotted and the terrorists harbored in Afghanistan, or we'll just end up being back there anyway, having to retake everything that we gave up. I've actually seen a couple people posting on Facebook that with all the valuable classified military hardware that has been left in Afghanistan and numerous countries that the United States is not friendly with making overtures to the Taliban in Afghanistan, that Biden could theoretically be brought up on treason charges for handing over classified military equipment. It's been my opinion. I've seen a picture, and take it with a grain of salt. Could be real, could be fake. Just, I kid you not, a pile of rifles in a room from floor to like a foot from the ceiling, standing at like a bedroom door, and just a pile of Army rifles. And in my opinion, if you weren't going to pay to ship them back, which I've heard arguments that it's cheaper to buy new ones than it is to bring the used ones home, take the firing pins out of them, take the trigger mechanisms out of them, break them halfway down just so there's not a functioning weapon sitting there, take the scopes off of them, something to disable the weapon where it's not, put a magazine, chamber around, and you're off and shooting, my opinion. I think that, and if we weren't going to bring all the stuff back that we took over, and there was just no way to do it feasibly, blow it up. Blow up those helicopters and military vehicles and everything else that's over there. I don't understand why we just left it turnkey ready. I've seen posts on Facebook where members of Al-Qaeda are posting pictures trying to sell gently used secondhand U.S. military equipment for hundreds of thousands of dollars, anywhere from tens of thousands of dollars all the way up to a couple $1,000,000. So I don't understand why we left all that there to be plundered and sold when it's classified. Anyway, that's what I've been thinking about. Let me know what you think. Take care. Catch y'all next time.